Hello everyone, Nathan here. This is a quick update for those of you who watched the last of the project updates, because I didn't want to necessarily cover the end of the DHL saga in an upcoming episode of From the Star Wars Home Video Library, as it would add a bunch of extra crap to an episode that really should be focused on a particular item. So, as you may recall, in that project update, and I'll try to be less vehement this time because I'm not as pissed off about it right now, I had a very rare set of Star Wars home video items coming from Japan, where I had actually purposely said, hey, I've had good luck with DHL lately, thanks to things like, you know, the Skywalker Saga and Rise of Skywalker stuff, so could you possibly ship it through DHL so it gets to me in the US faster from Japan? The seller obliged. It was sent through DHL. It was supposed to arrive on July 17th, which is a Friday. Never arrived. That day, it was out for delivery, but then never arrived. And lo and behold, after about 9 o'clock, it turns out that all of a sudden it was marked as, well, at 5:30 we tried to deliver it, which was a lie. And it was marked as 7 o'clock, we delivered it, which was also a lie. And I called the DHL office because I was here all day, we've got a camera that would have caught anybody trying to come up, and nothing obviously was delivered. The DHL National Helpline said, yeah, that's weird. Those were errors, lies, on behalf of that driver at least. Those were errors because it was actually delivered back or returned to our station. So don't worry, it'll be redelivered to you, and you can track it with the tracking number. But of course the tracking number wouldn't track because as soon as it's marked as delivered, there's no data for it to keep tracking, even if it does start moving again. So the following Monday, which would have been the 20th, I reached out to the DHL National Helpline again. Any information on this or anything about how I can make sure it gets redelivered, because I don't have any information here on it, given the fact that the tracking number doesn't work after it's marked as delivered. Said, well, it hasn't moved yet. We do still see it as coming back to the station, so let's go ahead and start an investigation into this. You'll hear something, and they gave me a time later in the day, which really was supposed to be within 24 to 48 hours. So since I hadn't heard anything, I called back again. I want to say that was on that Tuesday, which would have been the 21st. I'm basically saying, hey, I was told to expect something, within a few hours. Like, oh, no, actually it's supposed to be like 24 hours, 48 hours, whatever it was. They shouldn't have told you that. That was our old thing pre-COVID. But don't worry, they're looking into it. Well, can you at least tell me, what we've seen? They couldn't even tell me that it had arrived back at their station like the other two people had, because by that point the investigation was going, and I guess from a legal standpoint they don't want to admit to anything during that type of investigation. So on Tuesday they tell me basically, don't worry, you'll get a call today. Maybe tomorrow, but probably today. So I don't hear anything back on Tuesday, or Wednesday, or Thursday. That brings it to Friday the 24th, a week after it was supposed to be delivered, when I do get a call from the investigation team who tells me, yeah, so we have tracked and confirmed that it did go back to the station, but we can't tell you anything after that. Why? Because the local station won't respond to the company's own investigation team. But now that they've run out the clock on how long they can investigate a single package, I'm simply effed. Unwilling to accept that, after a long few days of us thinking my wife may have had COVID-19, she did not. She is still getting better right now. She was able to come home that Friday because it turned out that the test was negative. But it turns out it was like a low-grade pneumonia, I guess, and she's still kind of working her way through it. But she's okay, besides that. She is back that morning, right, on that same Friday. And I say, well, you know what? Is there any way I can actually go to the station and check in person? Or maybe call them? They claim they have no phone number at the station, which of course they do, but the national people apparently don't have it, or can't give it out, which is more likely, and you can't find it online. Only phone number you can find for the place online is like a fax number or something, because you get the whenever you try to call it. So we find out that it's the one in College Park, Georgia, and we drive up there. Me, my wife, my son, while they're sitting out in the hot car, I'm waiting. We went through all that stuff in the project update, but suffice to say, the lady that helped me at the front desk wasn't able to actually get any results right then, because she took down the information, and whoever was supposed to actually then go look for it didn't. they were busy with other things or whatever, which makes sense. And I was told, you know what, just, give me the phone numbers and we'll get back to you. So I do get a call back later that day, and the call is to get the waybill or tracking number again, because apparently it got lost. And don't worry, we'll hand it off so we can look into this. And that was a Friday. They are not open Saturday, Sunday. So I'm just sitting there crossing my fingers, and I record the update on that Sunday, okay, when I was extremely vehement about it, quite frankly, and I still think that it's kind of been a shit show. But for one person. On that following Monday, having not heard anything on Friday at all, when I was told to expect to hear something probably by the end of the day, I had tried calling right before they closed, and the person they forwarded me to, it went to their voicemail. So I recognized the voice when I then call on the 27th, the following Monday, to figure out what the hell is going on. So she's able to look into this, and apparently I guess this must have been like the beginning of her actually really looking into it, because she looks at it and she's like, what the hell? It was supposed to be delivered on the 17th. Why the hell wasn't it marked as for redelivery? And what the heck is going on with these delivery and attempted delivery things that are obviously lies because they came back? She does reveal that this particular driver didn't have a scanner. So rather than scanning falsely to claim he tried to deliver it, and scanning falsely to say that it was delivered before returning it to the station, this was all stuff that he manually entered into the computer system upon returning to the station. Maybe he was confused. Yeah, whatever. Suffice to say, after the fact, he entered the wrong information, and somehow it never got marked as for redelivery. So it's been sitting there at the station exactly as I had known for at least, at that point, 10 days? And she's like, you know what? I'll be getting back to you. We're looking into this right now. Let me get back to you. I'm like, okay, great. So again, I'm kind of thinking, yeah, they'll get back to me. That's what they've said over and over again. Later that day, I finally get a phone call, and it's like 5 or 6 o'clock. I finally get a phone call where the lady says, we've got your package. We're rescheduling it for delivery tomorrow. We don't know what exactly happened, why this wasn't rescheduled for redelivery. It says that there was an attempt at delivery that nobody was home. I'm like, that's a lie. We were home all day. Nobody ever showed up. But you know what? If you've got the package and you can actually send it out, it's water under the bridge. I'll be just happy to see it. Sure enough, she puts it in the system for redelivery on Tuesday. This is a package I'm supposed to have to sign for. Again, ball dropped. It gets dropped off. It's just nobody ever rings the doorbell or has me sign for it or anything. And at about 10 o'clock on Tuesday the 25th, Tuesday the 28th, I opened the door just on a lark to see if there's a chance that something may have been dropped off. I was thinking like U.S. mail, and sure enough, there's the package. So thanks basically to the one supervisor lady at the College Park, Georgia DHL station, the package actually arrived after a bunch of shit that should never have happened because of an incompetent or falsifying records driver, one of the two, and a process that still didn't really work the way it was supposed to because I was supposed to have to sign for it upon delivery. So the saga has ended with a happy ending. I am not out the almost, or actually with tax and with shipping, the $400 or so for these items, nor out the 3 very rare Star Wars items that I'd really been wanting to show in the book, show on the show, and have in my collection. Thank goodness for a format that just didn't have any Star Wars releases, at least retail-wise, in the US. So, the next video I will be recording for this channel and uploading to the channel will be the Star Wars Video8 1991 trilogy from Japan. Thank God it got here. No thanks to DHL per se, but thanks to that one supervisor at DHL who saved the day. Whoever you are, supervisor at the College Park DHL station, you're my hero on this one. Not so much the people around you, but you pulled it off, and thank you. Time to record that episode.